So that shiny new game just came out, Forgive Me Father 2. And you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game First Impressions. This is the second game in the series, and I should say that I have not played the first one. A quick search shows me that the first game released just last year, so I assume this one must be pretty similar to the first. So I selected normal, and there's 5 difficulties available. I have no knowledge of any backstory, and this game doesn't really explain much either. My journey started in a jail cell, and with a knife. The game is fairly linear, but there are a few side passages you'll be going down for keys and whatnot, so it's small, but I never felt restrained or like I needed a bigger map. The first time I killed an enemy, I was a little taken aback, honestly. That sucker gushed blood. I like it though. Bring on the gore. Also, there is an option to turn off blood in the settings if that's for you. A lot of times you'll reach an area and then get a checkpoint reached message. Usually that's followed by enemies attacking you in the next room. Also, you'll come across various different pickups. For example, that blue circle where I picked up armor, there will also be different ammo types, new weapons, and a couple other things. This game honestly surprised me. I saw that it was a cartoony, comic-y FPS and I was intrigued. However, these graphics are so much better than I expected. The graphics look really nice and I was getting like 2 to 300 FPS at 4K, so it was really smooth as well. It did dip sometimes, but I think that was just loading the next area. This game likes its keys and locked doors. Often you'll find a locked door that you'll need to find a key for. I did just play for about an hour and 15 minutes, but that held true during that time. This game is level based, so when you reach the end of the level, it literally says finish level right there at the end. After the level, it'll show you how many of the enemies that you killed, how many secrets that you found, and the time it took you to complete. I imagine this has pretty good replayability with harder difficulty and trying to better your time, maybe some speedrunning. At this menu, you can restart the level, go to the main menu, or visit the hub. The hub is a main base of sorts. There's lots of prisoners there, and also that's where you can buy perks and weapons. Also, each time that you go to the hub, you'll spawn in a cell, and sometimes you'll have a letter that says story to the left side. Honestly, you don't really need to read those, but you can if you want at least a little bit of story. Really though, there's not much story to be had. Actually, now that I think about it, that letter mentioned a psychiatric hospital, and the people behind the counter have lab coats, so those could be doctors actually. This whole time I thought it was a prison, but perhaps it's actually for crazy people. Anyways, the guy on the right sells weapons for purple stars that you can find during levels. I only had one, so I couldn't get any weapons. The guy on the left sells pages that you can purchase for the other currency in the game. I also couldn't buy any at that time, though it seems like these act as perks. You have 3 slots available for any of these pages. For example, the resistance page reduces all sources of damage. To get to the next mission, just go to the door between the vendors. Each level has a completely different look to it, and as you progress through the levels, you'll come across different enemies as well. After my second mission, I bought a page, Haste, which increases my rate of fire and reload speed. And then after that, I went through playing about 2 other missions, I think. I still can't get over how good this game is, especially for a game I've heard nothing about. I had to go out of my way to find this game. The graphics are fantastic and the gunplay is really good. You can't aim down sights, which is a small bummer, but this game is so satisfying to kill enemies. Even rewatching this footage while editing makes me want to go back and play. I should probably up the difficulty though, to make it harder on myself. Normal was a little bit easy. This is easily one of the most surprising games I've played this year. I can't say enough good things about it. I can easily recommend this game to anyone who likes to shoot stuff. That's my personal opinion though. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.